Like terms are terms in an expression that have the same variable raised to the same power. So here are some examples of like terms, 6x and 2x, because they both have an x to the first power. Here we have 5y and 8y, and those both include a y to the first power, so they're like. Here we have 4x squared and 7x squared, and they're like terms because they both have x squared in them. Here we have 6x and x squared, which are not like because this is x to the first power and that's x to the second power. Here we have 5y and 8, and this one has the variables y to the first power, but this one doesn't even have a variable, so they're not like terms. And here we have x squared and x to the fourth, and those are not like because they're raised to different powers. Simplify by combining like terms. 6x and 3x are like terms because they both have an x to the first power, so you can combine them by distributing out this x. You factor it out, you put it in the front, and then you leave whatever's behind in parentheses. So you take the x out, you're left with 6 plus 3, and that becomes 9x. Notice when you're combining like terms, you add or subtract the coefficients, but the variable remains the same. Simplify by combining like terms. Alright, so let's simplify this. Well, we're going to distribute the 5 into this expression here, so that becomes 5x plus 5 times 3. As you can see, this 5 times 3 becomes 15, which is a like term with 4. 4 and 15 are both constants, so we can add those together, and we're left with 5x plus 19. Notice that when combining like terms, you add and subtract the coefficients, but the variable remains the same. Simplify by combining like terms. Alright, so these are like terms because they both have y to the first power, so you can factor out this y, and we're left with 7 minus 4, so that becomes 3y. 7y minus 4y, all you have to do is subtract the coefficients and you end up with 3y. Simplify by combining like terms. 7x plus 5y minus 2x minus 4y. First, you're going to rewrite it so that the like terms are next to each other. So you're going to swap these two. Just don't forget that negative sign, right? So it's negative 2x plus 5y. Then combine the terms with the like variables. So 7x minus 2x is 5x, and 5y minus 4y is positive 1y. So the answer is 5x plus y. Simplify by combining like terms. 7xy plus 5x squared y minus 31 minus 4yx. First, you're going to rewrite it so that the like terms are next to each other. The terms 7xy and 4yx look like different terms, but remember, x and y are just multiplied together, so these are like terms. So we're going to put the negative 4xy, or yx, over here, and then we have this term that's not like with anything, and this one, which is just a constant. You're going to combine the terms with like variables. The only two terms that are like are these first two. These ones are not like terms. You're not going to combine them. You just leave them as is. But 7xy minus 4xy is 3xy.